Welcome everyone to the 60th edition of Master Mike's Wrestling Paradise. I am your host, Master Mike Ambrose, and I'm going to start the show talking about Raw. Raw this past Monday, we're starting the show, we had Judgement Day, Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, head of the match that Priest is going to have with Edge next week in Toronto. And, they challenged them, and we had Rey Mysterio Jr. come out and go after Judgement Day. It looked like Rhea Ripley was there and ready to hit her, but he didn't. And he hit Balor, so that should be continuing next week. There's, next week, as I said, Priest and Edge next week in Toronto. So maybe one of the highlights of the show, maybe the highlight was the Kevin Owens-Drew McIntyre confrontation. They were going to have a match. McIntyre, of course, on SmackDown, but he's building this show in Cardiff, Wales, Clash the Castle, because he's the local hometown guy coming home. And he's on Raw, promoted it, and Kevin Owens shows up and cuts a really great promo on Owens saying, McIntyre, saying it's been 5 years, enough is enough, I want a shot at the title, I want to be champion again, and it was unscripted. It wasn't like what he's saying typical verbatim, and then McIntyre came, I got fired, I was the chosen one, but I got fired, I worked my way back, they called me, and he was on fire too, and the best part said, you could say you're a prize fighter, you're this and that, but we're wrestlers in a wrestling ring. Let's have a wrestling match. So we're hearing the words wrestle and wrestler and wrestling again on the show, which is great to hear because it is pro wrestling. I don't call it sports. I always call it pro wrestling. And the match was good. Usos interfered, but it was a good match otherwise. Real good match. Another highlight was the Riddle interview, and I liked how that played into the match at Clash Castle, him and Seth Rollins, and Riddle's had one of his best promos as of late. He wasn't doing the typical stoner, his typical gimmick, hey, what's up, man? He was real serious and, really into the promo. And we're going to see that happen at Clash the Castle. He lied to people, he goes, I'm not in my mom's basement, I'm right here. And he was in the arena backstage, the way it was set, so we cut the promo, and it was a good segment. NXT Heatwave. The event was Austin Theory fighting Dolph Ziggler, which Theory won. Theory, missed the Money in the Bank. He had a personal issue we had to deal with, so then he's out the past couple weeks, but he was back this week. NXT. Excuse me 1 second. NXT Heatwave. We also had the women's tag team title tournament. Asuka and Alexa move on. Beating Doudrop and Nikki Ash and they'll be taking on Dakota Kai and Io Sky. So we got that next week in Toronto. NXT Heatwave review. All the champs retained, which I'm not surprised at some of them. I was surprised with the women. I'll be honest. I still think Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction, the rest of Gigi Dolan and Jason Jane are going up to SmackDown. But they had a win last night. Maybe there's going to be another show because the draft is coming up in 2 or 3 weeks after the Clash of the Castle. Here in September, there's going to be a draft, so they might be getting drafted then, and she might lose the title before then. I have no idea, but it was shocked to say a good match though. So I can't complain. It was a good match. Also had Carmelo Hayes. Sorry, not Carmelo Hayes is better than Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Hayes beating Giovanni Vinci. Good match. Another great match. Good match. So he won. He had the tag. There was no tag team titles. It was just they were going after. Creed Brothers invited Roderick Strong to the ring and because Creed Brothers have been fed up with Strong's antics, so it looked like they were there. But then Gallows from NXT UK came around it. Jumped the Creed Brothers and the rest of the Diamond Mine, Roderick Strong and David Kemp. Of course, the Gallows is Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang from NXT UK. That goes in by that thing I'll talk about in a minute, the NXT UK Invasion. So let's see what happened last night. Braun Breaker retained his title against JD McDonough. Another good match. He busted up. McDonough got busted open, bleeding. At the end, he's like, hit me, like he loves the pain. So he just gets speared again by Breaker, and Breaker then puts him like a power slam style, and wins. Retains the NXT Championship. Another thing. Tony D'Angelo won that street fight where if Santos Escobar, if Escobar lost, he'd leave NXT. If he had won, if he wins, he's free. Legado del Fantasma is free from Tony D'Angelo's family. Well, Escobar lost, and as of now, he's done with NXT. Now, I don't know. I think he's going to, like I said, that's been removed for a while. Him going to Raw and SmackDown. I don't know if that means the other members of Legado del Fantasma, but we all know Escobar is like the star of the group, so he's going on the main roster, and he should do well. I think he should do well. I think he's better than, I'll be honest, he's better than Andrade and, you know, guys like that, you know, so I think, you know, he's a real good guy. He's a real good talent. Okay, NXT UK Invasion. Well, last night, if you watched the show, you saw appearances like just Richard Gallus. We saw B. Priestley show up during the backstage with Indy Hartwell and Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Saw B. Priestley show up. No, not B. Priestley. Blair Davenport, she goes by. B. Priestley was her old name on the Indies when she was in AEW for that short period of time. And also, she's the ex-girlfriend of Will Ospreay. Because she was in New Japan with him for a while, but then she couldn't go back there. She left and she wasn't there, so... But now she's been in NXT UK for a while under the name of Blair Davenport, and that's what she's going by. So we have that. And at the end of the show, the big surprise, the big thing was that I kind of said, oh, I think I was like, what, was Tyler Bate going to show up? And then I tweeted out, Tyler Bate shows up tonight, and little did you know, right at the end of the show, at the Braun Breakers are celebrating, we have Tyler Bate show up, and it looks like Tyler Bate and Braun Breaker with their titles. Of course, Bate with the NXT UK Championship. Could be even, I don't know if it's a unification match or they consolidate the UK talent here in America, because I know they've been going on a few years, and it's like kind of cut off. I mean, we've seen people come from NXT UK, obviously. Rhea Ripley, most notably. We also saw Gunther, who was Walter, even Doudrop. You know, and Ludwig Kaiser, of course. We always see people come from it, and then we had well, they had the die-in now, but they were the Grizzled Young Vets. They were there. You know, J.D. McDonough was there. So we get a migration of Alba Fire, formerly Kaylee Ray. She was there, ex-UK. So we've seen a lot of people come through there. So maybe they're just gonna brand them together. I don't know, or just keep it separate and bring new people on the show, because it should be interesting. We had quite an influx of NXT UK talent on the show last night. The only one I did see is we didn't see Michael Satomura, the NXT Women's Champion, like come out like after the Mandy Rose match. We didn't see that, but that could happen in the next couple weeks. All right, let's go with some football news. Patriots training camp. Been following lately online, or even tell you watch the show. There's been a couple of fights breaking out at training camp, like 4 or 5 fights the last 2 days. I'm watching this morning, watching NBC Sports Boston, Zolak and Bertrand and Hardy. They all have their binoculars. They look at Beatles doing the news or whatever, and all of a sudden they have their binoculars like, oh, there's a fight, and they're looking out there, and they're like, out there, but it's actually a funny scene. I actually crack up. Look at them, they're like, it's like a gawk thing, so, you know, it's a fight, entertain, you know. And I don't know if there's like, you know, Patriots against tension, then, you know, because, you know, obviously it's such, they got, you know, obviously Mac Jones' second year in, and it's going to be interesting to see, like, where they go from there. You know, last couple, you know, Brady's been gone the last few days. You know, it's going to be a whole different team, you know, going forward, so we shall see. We know who the play call is, you know, it's Matt Patricia and Joe Judd. There's no real offensive coordinator. Let's see. Oh, right now in the background, I got MeTV on, and it's the episode where Hulk Hogan guest starred on the A-Team. I think also, I think the British Bulldogs may have been on that. I think so. No, I think I must have missed it, but I know they were on a scene earlier on the show. That my kid David was spit, the British Bulldogs. They were on earlier in the show, so. Yep, this was when, right after WrestleMania 4, when, you know, WrestleMania 1, sorry. When Hogan and teamed up to fight Piper and Orndorff, which started off WrestleMania, and here we are. Here we are on the WrestleMania, you know, right, WrestleMania 39 is going to be coming up before you know it. Right, let's see where we are. That's about it. It's 7 o'clock right now. Oh, they just showed the ending credit. They just showed. I think it's Paul Orndorff in there too. So I'm just checking. I told her I'm just looking at the credits and see if we get any. Yeah, Gene Okerlund was there. Yeah. So that was it. It's kind of starting to rain here. It's kind of dark and cloudy here. So I'll get going. I'll be talking soon. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.